Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this session sucked.
Fold, fold, I fold, fold, I fold, I fold.
I need to be chasing, I need to be gambling, I need to be getting in there. I need to be limping into these pots that I know I'm gonna get punished for. Oh, runner, pair the board.
Fuck!
You got there? I got it. Oh, yeah. Damn it, if he didn't get there though, imagine! What is that?
I'm not thinking, my brain empty.
Hello everyone, I'm Blitz Bankroll. Welcome to another fine session where nothing goes wrong. Tonight, we're playing 25-50 cent. We have $50 behind, and we're in the big blind for the first hand when we look down at the beautiful 4-5 of clubs. Marcus to my left limps in, and it folds around to Evan, a new player who raises it up to $3.50. I do not know a ton about him yet, as we've only played about 3 hands together so far, but in a hand prior to this one that I was not involved in, he won a large pot with a questionable hand. Coupled with the way he talks about poker and his comfort around chips, I make the quick and mental assumption that he is probably a loose and aggressive player.
Do it for the stream.
Black Josh makes the call from the button, and while it is a rather large raise, I think we're getting decent odds to call, and it's also a hand that's very easy to let go of if we don't hit the flop. So I decide to give some action. It's early in the night, I make the call, and Marcus makes the call behind me as well. We go 4 ways to a flop of 10, Jack 10 with 2 clubs. We do flop a flush draw, but this board is kind of dicey. Being that I'm out of position with 5 high, I check to our previously aggressive friend, and he continues to lead for $5. Josh makes the call, I make the call, and Marcus contemplates folding.
Though, that's such a good deal.
Gotta call man. I gotta fold.
During this conversation, I see Evan shake his head and then smirk when Marcus folds. Almost like a sigh of relief. The turn is the 9 of hearts, and I check again. This time, it checks all the way through, and I'm pretty confident at this point that no one has a strong hand. Evan's physical tell and his check on the turn leads me to believe that he doesn't really have anything at all. Maybe 2 overcards or some really weak pair like pocket 3s. Josh could have some hand here, maybe a naked jack. This 9 completes a lot of draws. There's 2 pairs that get there and a lot of straights that complete. The only person that wouldn't lead out for value is me because I'm out of position. So if I did have a monster, I'd be most likely to trap. The river comes, and it's a 7 of spades, putting a 4-liner to the straight and no flush. We're sitting here with 5 high, and it doesn't take a genius to know that if we were to check, we would lose the hand here. However, given that the boys have not shown much interest in this pot, and the most likely hand that one of them could have is just a jack, that the best choice that I can make here is to overbet the pot. I push $30 into the middle to put maximum pressure on jacks and sometimes even 2 pair. Evan quickly folds, Josh looks at his hand, and then folds soon after. Good start. Only smooth sailing from here, boys. A couple of hands go by, we make some bluffs, we lose some small pots, we win some small pots. We're pretty much even at this point when we look down at the beautiful pocket aces. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a good poker night tonight. I can feel it! We are in early position, so we make it $2 as the standard procedure, and Evan makes the call. We take a quick second just to look at them. Oh! There they are. They're so pretty. Okay. Anyway, let's focus. Renzo defends his big blind and makes the call as well. Flop comes queen, 2, 10, all diamonds. I check my cards. Nope. We in fact do not have the ace of diamonds. So this flop is not the greatest. Obviously, there is the possibility of a flush out there, but there are also so many draws, and someone might just have like the ace of diamonds or something. So I decide to size up and go a little big mode. I bet $5 into the pot, and then surprisingly, Evan decides to min-click me to $10. Renzo gets out of the way, and now I'm in like a weird spot. Evan could have a flush here, but there are just so many draws. He could be doing this with a combo draw. Maybe ace 10 with the ace of diamonds? Pocket 2s? Doesn't matter though, logic's out the window. My ego kicks in, and I decide that I'm going suit shopping, because me and these pocket aces are getting married. I 4-bet him to $45, hoping to get rid of all those 1 diamond holdings, and he just snap shoves on me. This is a fold. He has 0 bluffs, but I have aces. I'm supposed to win. Too bad my ego is so fucking big. I make the call, and he turns over 8, 7 of diamonds for the flopped flush. Duh. Me and my therapist are gonna have to have a long talk about this one. All right, calm down, not a big deal. Everything's okay. We got stacked, but it's fine. It happens. And this time we got a bomb pot. This is where money is made. We pick up king 10 9 of hearts, the 7 of spades, and we actually flop an open ender on both boards. See, look, nothing to be afraid of. We're gonna get our money back. Tyler, who's second act, bets pot. Go calls, and I don't have the nuts yet, so I just call. And then Marcus says,
I'm raising.
Shut up.
I'm back.
Probably 49.
Probably max.
Okay.
and then he bets $49. What the fuck? I mean, I know we flopped open enders on both boards, but that is such a big raise. And I've never seen Marcus bluff a bomb pot before. Actually, now that I think about it, we haven't put an intro slide for Marcus yet. Can we put an intro slide for Marcus, please?
What the fuck is this, Josh? Is this some sort of deep fake thing you're trying to do?
Thank you. Anyway, we have open enders on both boards, but I think we're just not getting good enough odds to. Oh, Tyler's calling. Oh, Sko is calling. Oh, am I gonna have to call? Fuck! I am scared. I just bought back in. I think about it for a while. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of going off vibes, and then I think back to the wise words of Sko. But what if I hit though? I make the call. Dealer, please give me the nuts. I would like to order 2 nuts, please. The turn is a king and a queen. Those are not the nuts, dealer. There's over $200 in this pot, and I have a pair. Hear me out. What if we checked it through, guys? You know, and just saw a river. Pot's already pretty big. Tyler checks. Great. Sko checks. Awesome. I am also part of the friendship circle, and I check as well. Surely Marcus would. You know, I'm gonna say it, guys. I don't like bomb pots. It was my idea. I take it back. I don't like bomb pots. They suck. I have made a mistake, and I am sorry. Tyler makes the call, and Sko folds. Oh, and it's on me. I mean, I'm kind of committed, I guess. I guess I'm just donating money. I call. Fine. We are 3 ways, all in. Marcus covers me and Tyler. There's like $700 in the pot. Dealer, one time. I'm using my one time right now. Please. The top board is a queen. We brick out. We don't get there. We're the worst. The bottom board is a 6. We spike the nuts, baby. We ribbon Marcus. We're getting half this pot, baby. We're getting half this pot. I love PLO. I love PLO, baby. It's the best format ever. Never stop gambling. Always keep gambling. We scoop a massive pot, boys. We are back in the green. Let's go. Right after that very high skill play where we sucked out on Marcus, we look down at the beautiful king queen of clubs in the very next hand. We are back on track. We get a couple limpers in the pot and we're also in the small blind, so we decide to size up a bit. We throw out $4 in the middle. Marvin and Black Josh make the call and we are going 3 ways to a flop, which might I add is beautiful. It's 2-2 queen rainbow. We basically have the nuts. However, a board like this, I don't need a whole lot of protection. It's likely that I'm not going to get 3 streets of value out of someone unless they have a weaker queen, so I decide to lay the trap and check. It checks all the way around, and the turn is an 8 of spades, which doesn't bring in a whole lot, maybe a backdoor spade draw. Either way, I got top pair, and a strong one at that, so it's time to start putting some money in this pot. I throw out $7. Marvin quickly gets out of the way, but Josh is a non-believer.
The 3 Bs of 2025 for me are bet bitches and beverages.
He raises me to $15, which is a pretty small raise. First of all, the audacity. Second of all, he could have just turned a flush draw. Maybe he has a 2 here, but he doesn't have a whole lot of hands with 2s, and I don't think he's doing this with a weaker queen, so I'm kind of putting you on a flush draw, bro. It is my turn to be the non-believer, so I make the call. The river is a 3 of diamonds, which I think is pretty much a brick. I decide to get a little sneaky here and check. Give him an opportunity to bet all his busted flush draws. However, Josh throws out $17, and I just have a bad feeling about this whole thing. I have a really strong hand given this run out, but his bet sizing just feels like a 2. I also have like a really great bluff catcher though, and I feel like my hand is too strong to fold, so I call. And Josh shows me 2-3 of spades for a boat. Ugh, what a setup hand. You know what? Total fluke. That we'll blame that one on the dealer. It was a setup hand. Couldn't get away from it.
King, queen. Where's the road?
Actually, as it turns out, I couldn't get away from a lot of hands. Cue a montage of me slowly getting more and more tilted as I lose hand after hand after hand after hand after hand. You can tell that I'm getting more and more tilted because I start opening with really questionable hole cards. King 9 suited in the small blind? Not supposed to do that. King 9 offsuit in early position? Not supposed to do that. Calling an all-in jam on the flop with pocket threes?
I call. You got it, you got it.
I have third pair. What am I doing? Oh, wait a minute. I actually win this hand. Okay, but I wasn't supposed to. No. No. Get that out of my face. I know we're playing the 7-deuce game, but we are playing so bad today. The bounty's not worth it. We just need to win a hand the normal way. We need to win a hand a normal way. 250. Listen, hear me out. We just raise it once, and it's 250 to win like $7. It's pretty good odds. And if someone calls, then we just see a run out and probably give up and lose a little money. One bet and I'm done. All right, one bet and I'm done. And look, only 2 callers. We got Evan in the cutoff and Sko in the big blind. The flop comes queen 9 deuce with 2 diamonds, and Sko just open folds. See, so we're like basically heads up. We're pretty much there. We're like 95% of the way of stealing this pot with the 7-deuce bounty. If I just bet one more time, you know, this is a board that's gonna hit my range a lot. I got all the big queens. I'm more likely to have pocket 9s. It just makes sense to keep betting. At least one more time. We rep the queen. If he calls, what is he calling with? A queen. He's never folding. We give up. And plus, a large portion of the time, he's just gonna miss the flop. 350. Not even that big. Okay, guys? It's not even that big. It's still worth it. And he calls. Okay. Probably has a queen. All right, I can probably shut it down now. We've risked enough money with 7-deuce. Turn is an 8 of hearts. You know, that flop bet that I made was pretty small, though. I think he could have floated with a 9 or maybe a weak queen. And if I have all the strong queens, I mean, I feel like 8, 9 of suited is more likely to be in my range than his. So he might not like this card. So what if I just bet one more time? It would have to be a bit of a chunky one, but it would let us know for sure that he's never folding. And then if he calls, it's the last one, we're out. I throw out $17. Come on, Evan. Find the fold. I have a monster, okay? Please, just let me collect my bounty. No one has to get hurt. He's reaching for chips. And he calls. Okay. Mission abort. It is time to leave. And that's the 2 of diamonds. If he has a strong queen, he might not like this card. I mean, I could be betting a flush. And, I mean, a flush just got there. The nuts have changed. What if we just bet one more time? Am I, as a man, brave enough to pull the trigger? $45. Listen, I know this isn't the Hustler Casino $1 million game, but for my home game homies out there who are grinding pennies on the streets, you know that this is a big bet. I give Evan the deadpan poker look, and he looks down and he's like fidgeting with his chips. And for a minute, I'm thinking, he looks uncomfortable, like he wants to fold. But then I come to the realization that that is not the case. Evan is not fidgeting, he's gathering. And he gathers a whole pillar of chips, a whole missile of chips, and he pushes them in the middle. And I turn over and muck my cards in defeat. Why did we do that? We were in this together, and none of you stopped me from doing this. I guess it's time to ask my uncle, Jeffrey Bezos, for a couple bucks again. For the next hour, we go pretty sideways. We win a small pot, we lose a small pot, we lose a small pot, we win a small pot, and then the camera dies, which is unfortunate because right afterwards is the hand of the night. So because I don't have any camera footage of this, allow me to paint you a visual. So it's the end of the night. There's like 5 of us. Everyone's deep stacked and I'm stuck. I'm on the button and Sko has limped in from the cutoff and we peel Queen Jack of Spades. And I've never mentioned it on the vlog before, but I hate Queen Jack. It's just hard to play, suited or unsuited, doesn't matter. But also, I'm on the button. It's just Sko in the cutoff. I'm kind of obligated to raise. This hand is too good to not raise. So I make it 350 to go. Folds around and we go heads up against Sko, who, by the way, has been doing very well this particular night. He has like 800 behind. Anyway, the flop comes Queen 9-3 Rainbow. Pretty good flop for me. Not much to worry about, especially in a late position. I effectively have the nuts. Checks to me and I go ahead and bet. Half pot, 350. Sko calls pretty quickly. And I do get this feeling in my gut that maybe he could have a set, but I'm kind of playing like a maniac tonight and I'm a little tilted, so it's probably nothing. Anyway, the turn is another 3. At this point, I think it's fairly likely that he has a weaker queen. Sometimes he's gonna show up with Queen 9, but that's just one hand. We can't be afraid of monsters lurking in the floorboards, so I bet again. This time for $15. I actually don't know why I picked this size. I was so confident that I had the best hand, but he could easily have like Queen 9. And if I bet so big, I'm folding out hands like Queen 8, Queen 10. Anyway, he immediately snap calls me, which leads me to believe that maybe he was trapping with a hand like Ace Queen or King Queen or something. Anyway, I'm a little worried and I do plan on checking back the river if he checks, but then the river is a jack. And now we've got top 2 pair. Gone are the days of worrying about King Queen and Ace Queen. Gone are the days of worrying about Queen 9. We have the best hand most of the time. And look at that, he is now leading out with something that's probably worse than what we have. He probably has Queen 9 and he overbets to $120 and we snap it off because he has quads. He has quads. Pocket 3s. We lose again.